I think my report predated that hearing that was held. Mr. Puccini's counsel withdrew as his counsel due to health concerns. The attorney for the township and the insurance carrier showed up to court, and the judge, he wanted access to the structure, as you know, that's been going on. And the judge has given Mr. Puccini 30 days to find new counsel and would not enter any order until that time. So that was a report back to us as to Mr. Puccini. I've talked to Bruce about the South Point sign issue. There's some signage that I believe Horizon is going to make application to the zoning hearing board to seek their approval for those signs. Other than that, I think this with the Act 13 issue, a little bit more expansive than it's in my report. The PUC filed an appeal. We did file cross appeals with the Supreme Court. We've asked the Supreme Court to expedite the hearing. We've also filed an objection to jurisdiction as the PUC appealed the constitutionality or the decision of the Commonwealth Court, and our argument is that that's the job of the Attorney General, not the PUC, as to their job is to enforce and comply with the law, not to seek duties under the law, but we'll see how that goes. But I hope by next meeting that the Supreme Court will set a date in the fall for argument, and we'll let you know how that goes. Okay. Anything else?
John?
Yep.
Would you please look at your statement for August 5th?
I don't have my...
No, I'm just telling you now, July 30th, there's a double charge, the same thing, 500 and 500.
August 5th and July 30th?
On July 30th, the double charge, it should be.
Okay, I'll take a look at it.
Okay, it's already been paid, so we're doing kind of a
Well,
$500.
let me take a look. Do you have it with you? I can look at it if you want.
Yeah.
Well, while the reports are going, I'll take a look. You said, Elizabeth, August 5th? No, the bill went out August 5th for July.
Yeah.
And what's the day entry in July?
July 30th, both entries.
Okay, let me take a look.
Any other questions? Okay. Next is Park and Rec.
Hi, good evening, everybody. As you mentioned, our fall festival is in September, and if
Can
anyone...
you speak into the microphone, Kathy, so everyone can hear you?
Sorry. And if anyone can help out or volunteer at the fall festival, we would really appreciate, even if you could just donate a couple hours, it really does make a difference.
Kathy, if people wanted to volunteer, where would you sign up? Just contact Parks and Rec.
We have our meeting on Thursday evening down here at the municipal building at 5:30. Or if you contact Teresa, I'm sure she would, here at the municipal building, she would give you any one of our phone numbers, and we'd set you up, we'd sign you up, no problem. If they call down here, I'm sure they could find them. I did have one question though. It seems like whenever we put up our fall festival signs at South Point, they seem to disappear. Is there a different policy in South Point that we're not allowed to post? Does anybody know?
The homeowners at the SPOA, South Point, I think homeowners association.
Even if it's something in Cecil Township, we're not allowed to?
Yeah, there's that little gray area. We've had some issues with them in the past as to who controls what over there, but
Kathy, if you have a graphic of what it is you want to put up, let me know and I'll talk to Stephanie at SPOA. Or if you want, give me a call tomorrow, I'll give you her number and you can talk to her directly.
Sure, I will.
And I'm sure that there's probably something you can work out with her.
Okay. And the other things that we have coming up, the Cub Scouts will be camping out in the park October 4th overnight. I'm sure the Cubs will be in touch with you. They want to let you know who's going to be down there. And I did see the paperwork on the Alzheimer's Walk fundraiser concert. October 5th kind of works better so that all these Cubs will be out there, but October 4th is
Have
fine
they
too for the stage.
come to talk to the Parks and Rec board about it? So they just went directly to the township?
Yeah, I talked with Teresa about it today, and I asked them some questions about it, because I didn't know either, and I hadn't had time to contact these people. The only thing that I found out is that they really wanted a stage, and wanted to be able to just kind of keep around the stage.
Right.
But I don't know, that might interfere with the Cub Scouts too, camping out on the
They
porch.
camp out at Pavilion 3, and they usually have breakfast Sunday morning and they're out.
So you think the 5th would be better for it? I mean,
Because that's the afternoon. They
and-
said they wanted to do it in the afternoon.
well, I think we could tell them that if the board agrees to it, I think that we could tell them that they could have it on the 5th, that the Cub Scouts have it on the 4th, and see if that would work for them.
Sure.
Does the Parks Board agree with that?
Yes, the feedback in the emails today was all
Is it positive? It is a fundraiser for Alzheimer's, which I think is a good cause
exactly.
too.
I hope they were
So
going to come.
we'll contact them tomorrow, and if unless there's a problem with any board member disagree with that, we'll contact them for the 5th for the Alzheimer's.
Okay.
Okay.
Also on October 4th will be our trail of treats. So we'll be sending out forms for
October
any,
4th,
I'm so sorry, October 24th. It's a
24th.
Friday evening will be our trail of treats. So we'll be sending out information for any businesses who might want to participate and pass out candy to the kids. And I was not sure if you had a chance to look at the picnic table, if you had a chance to talk about the handicapped accessible picnic tables. And I will say we are,
Going on for 8 months, please.
if we could just get the 4 handicapped accessible tables, then we would put 1 at each pavilion here in Cecil and 1 at Hendersonville Park.
I kind of looked into it too. I mean, I understand what you were doing. This company, Belson, on the internet seems to be a real good one. I know you're asking for the recycled plastic.
Right.
That's what's the most expensive. I don't really have a problem with going with that. I think that wouldn't be bad. I mean, you can do that with the 4 tables for the handicap, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I'd like to see how they work out. Also, what they have though on that site is they actually have the frame for just the picnic table too. And I was thinking, I mean, they do have the wood. What's nice about having a frame like this, I know we have problems with people with the staples in the top.
Right.
And if you had this though, and you find down the road 2 or 3 or 4 years, you have a bunch of staples that, I mean, there's different ways we could address that. But if you did, you could just replace those top 3 boards real easily if they were boards.
Right.
What happens when you get the plastic, I looked up what the plastic costs, it's a lot more expensive.
It is.
And I don't mind trying it for the handicap, but I would like to buy 1 frame too, and just see how it goes. Bill, we were talking about that with Public Works, it'd be nothing to go buy the wood and just try 1 picnic table with the wood and have the other 4 with the
I
plastic.
think that's
Just
a
to try
great
both
idea.
and see.
Mhm.
And then
And
we could
those
see.
frames, there appear to be easier to get into on the bench than it's visible without putting the bench.
Yeah, then-
They're open on the end, yeah.
Exactly. What he's saying is, when you go into these benches too, they're actually, you can hold a picture of them, they're actually kind of open. and you
Right,
can
Tommy
see
had
into them.
mentioned that also, that they are easier to get in and out
And
of.
Bill was actually over the one day, I took the measurements off of these and I went over to our picnic tables and they're right in the ballpark. They're within like a ½ inch or 1 inch of our existing tables. They're the exact same size.
And we really do appreciate all the work going on down at the park. It's looking
Oh,
fabulous.
yes. Looking wonderful.
The walkways, the asphalt around the pavilions, really, really nice transformation. It's looking great, you guys. The hard work is really paying off, I think.
My hat's off to my guys that have done that work.
I agree, I agree. I think they're all-
I have one question on these. Are these the 8-foot?
They are, actually, I did print out invoices for everybody. Sorry, I just didn't pass them out in time.
I'm curious to see what the plastic tables would be like, Kathy, because I know it's a lot more expensive. I priced the boards online, and to get a 2 by 10 by 8 foot, like just for a seat on it, one of the plastic boards costs $77. That's why it's so, you know, you can go to lumberyard and get a piece of wood for a lot cheaper than that.
Right,
But that's the price
Right.
difference, and that's why it is so much more expensive. But I think the 4 handicap tables, you could get them in wood too, but I think go ahead, let's try the plastic. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. I wouldn't mind the 1 frame though too. to order
No,
that
I
also.
think that's a great
And then
idea.
we can
I
kind of see
appreciate that.
what we feel.
And actually, my husband's been in contact with 84 Lumber, so we're working on something on the boards. So hopefully I'll have good news next
So
week.
we need to make a motion to approve
Is that for four?
That is for handicap.
handicap accessible tables in the
That's the
amount,
ADA, yeah.
right, in the amount of $4,256.87, and also one additional frame.
And the cost of that is $215.
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Thank you
And
very much.
the way I understand, Public Works should put these together for us, because they come in pieces. You have to pull them together, but it's no big deal.
Yeah, Ed that I spoke with from Belson said there's some things that need to be put together.
That's always scary. That's just, it's always a
It
scary.
doesn't look like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like
It's
it's
like
much more
Christmas
than carriage bolts put through them. It's not real difficult.
Well, let's hope.
If looking at the frame, I think it's a good idea to move into these kind. It'll give us more room inside, and I think we'll like it. I really do.
Thank
Kathy,
you
do
very
you want
much.
me to place the order for these then?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. I did, it had all the other, your husband's name and I.
Right, yeah, you can change it. He was asking for the information and talking to them about the gauge of steel and the galvanized, and so that's why his name was on the order, but
Could you
your
put
address.
your Visa card number here too?
I forgot to bring
Can't
it.
do it.
I'll do that first thing tomorrow.
Yeah, you really should. You know, it's the least you can do.
Okay, is there anything else?
No, that was all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next is the fire departments.